a lot of homeowners, they just don't know the lingo, or they don't actually know the sizes. So if you wanna have a little more confidence, or you wanna actually start doing this stuff on your own and buying some things, do some projects, I'm here to help. Today we're gonna start with frame and lumber, okay? Just frame and lumber today. 2x4. 2 inches by 4 inches, right? Wrong. Wrong. 1.5 inches by 3.5 inches, okay? Reason being, and not that everyone needs to know this, but just in case, it'll help you out. The nominal size, which is the actual size of lumber, when it goes to the lumberyard, when they cut down these trees, okay, because these are from trees, these are trees. 2x4 is what they actually cut it at, okay? After they dry it out and they plane it at the sawmill, okay, after it's cut, it shrinks a little bit, okay? And the size changes, okay? So an original 2x4 ends up 1.5 by 3.5, okay? Approximately, pretty close, okay? So when you go to a lumberyard and you're looking for 2x4s, if you have one of those little tape measures with you and you ask somebody for an actual 2 inch by 4 inch piece, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy pants, okay? Old time framing like my barn, I had real 2-inch thick, okay? That stuff, unless you get reclaimed wood and stuff, you're not getting it anymore. You go to a lumberyard, you're getting a 2x4, and that's standard across everywhere, okay? So if you're there, that's what you ask for, that's what you're gonna get. It's 1.5 inches by 3.5 inches, okay? As the same with all this, okay? 2x6, 1.5 inches. All of these are 1.5 inches thick, okay? Because they all come standard size. So anything 2x is 1.5 inches. So a 2x6 is 1.5 inches by 5.5 inches wide, okay? 5.5 here. 2x8, 1.5 inches by 7.25. A 2x10, 1.5 inches by 9.25. And a 2x12, 1.5 inches by 11.25, okay? They all shrink down and they get planed to make them nice and smooth. That's why the sizes change, okay? So you go to the lumberyard, you'll ask for this, but what you're gonna get is a little different, okay? All right, 2x12, usually your stair stringers, okay? Stair stringers, the ridge of your house, if you're framing a shed, this would be your main ridge board. Your rafters come up and make your roof pitch. This would be the center one for structure, you know, for strength, okay? And it catches the whole cut, right? Stair stringers, if you're gonna cut stairs out of this thing, which we'll do in another video this year, you need a 2x12. When you start cutting material out of this thing, you need a certain width for safety for your stairs not to collapse on you, okay? So all stair stringers will be made out of 2x12 in America. 2x10 is usually the box or the landing or a deck, something that you're standing on, a platform, is usually gonna be a 2x10, okay? Almost all the time. So you're building that little set of stairs out back, 2x10. The stairs on it, 2x12, okay? This would be like the soffits and things around your house, sometimes your rake boards, the frame part anyway, not the finished part. All right. 2x6 will definitely be your outside dimensions of your walls. Nowadays, especially because it's a lot thicker than a 2x4, you can fit more insulation in there, okay, and it carries a heavier load. All right. 2x4 will be all your interior walls, or interior partitions, which I have a few videos on building interior walls, okay? All 2x4. And I'll just throw this at you too. PT, pressure treated, usually looks a little green, okay? This one's PT, this one's KD, kiln drying, just regular lumber. This will rot faster than this, okay? While we're at it, anytime you're framing in your house or you're framing outside, anything that touches the dirt or water or concrete, pressure treated, because it'll rot way slower than KD lumber, which is that regular plain colored lumber, okay? In your house, you're building a wall, you're building a room downstairs, you're building a man-town, a mud room, you're building a she shed, whatever the heck you call it in your basement. Right here, baby, okay? Pressure treated on the floor. Put this right on the floor. It can get wet. You don't want it to get wet, but it can get wet, and it'll last way longer than regular lumber, okay? Length on these dimensions isn't important. Right, ladies? Anyway, the length doesn't change, is all I'm trying to say. Length does not change on that number, okay? If I buy a 16-footer, it's a 16-footer. Actually, it's usually a little longer, and that's so you can cut the end off if the end cut's not straight. Lumberyard, a lot of times you get them, they're not straight. you get new lumber, you go buy 16 footers, you're building a PT deck, you go buy 2x6 16 footers, they're gonna probably be 16 foot 1 inch, okay? Usually like an inch longer. And that's so you can take your saw and you can put a straight edge on it or put it to your chop saw and you can trim the edges off and they'll be nice and straight. Because a lot of times new lumber from any of these stores, when it comes, the ends of those, they look straight, but they're not. If you take your speed square and you put it on there, it's not straight. So first thing we do when we're framing at work, well, I'm not doing it anymore, but when I was framing at work or if I'm working on a project, I get all my lumber, I get it all on my sawhorses, I take a square and I check the ends, okay? That's a good thing, that's another good tip. Check the ends, and that'll tell you if they're square. If they're not square, take your pencil, make a mark, cut all the ends off, okay? Put it through your chop saw or your skill saw, okay? Cut those ends off, make sure they're flat.